Alright, I need something fun and entertaining today. So, here we are, Sharin No Kuni, and we are about to excavate a cave. Yay! Okay, let's see. Hopefully this will be funny and entertaining and not totally depressing with, oh, I don't know. And it's way too loud. Wait a minute. There we go. Alright, today I'm gonna give it my all at full power. And here we go. We had overlapped. Oh, he said it as well. I told you not to copy me. That's my boom. Give me a break. I thought booms were supposed to have public appeal. No, my booms are mine alone. I almost said boobs. She snapped at me. Okay, whatever. Hurry up and get ready. Put your overalls on and eat breakfast. By breakfast, do you mean this? This is just chocolate. It's my personal nutritional supplement. I have you know that the vitamin count is off the charts. Oh, really? Well, who would know? Everything you have is suspicious, Muriken. Yeah, shut up and eat. You don't want to know how much that cost. Okie dokie. See ya in a bit then. Oh yeah, by the way, I think I'm getting sick, so that means that my voice already starts to sound weird because my nose starts to put off for some reason. And I have a little bit weird feeling in my throat. So sorry if I sound a little bit off and that it is a little bit harder for me today to do the voices all correctly. It's dumb, I know. It's something I don't wanna get sick. I do everything I can to not get sick, but karma is a bitch. It can't really be karma or something, I guess. See ya in a bit then. Where are you going? Well, you're going to change clothes, yes? Oh, she realized it just now. Oh, you would watch me naked otherwise. She wasn't about to tell me that she didn't mind if I watched, was she? You're right. Thanks for the consideration. Yeah. Exactly had I been expecting to watch her change clothes in front of her. Here, watch this. I changed my clothes in the corridor. Oh, so you can get naked on the corridor for everyone to see. I put my overalls on over my clothes. Oh. Then placed my pipe and watch into a waterproof case. I packed a compass, a notebook, a pen light and some extra batteries into a pouch fastened around my waist. I inspected the medkit, flask and emergency rations inside the backpack, then put it on. With this, our preparations were, at long last, complete. All we had to do now was carry the helmets until we reached the cave. Man, what was I thinking changing clothes out in the hallway like this? So you did get naked! I offered myself a light rebuke. You can come in now! Oh, you look like a real spelunker now. Really? I think it feels a little loose on me. Well, it looks like a tight suit, I would say. I mean, you can see almost everything, so you can see your waist and your low. I mean, your hair is at least still fine. It's always nice if you see them in different clothes. Don't get me wrong with that. Okay. Isn't that just because you are so thin? I take that as a compliment. She gave me a sly little wink. Alright, let's get a move on. We can't afford to waste any more time.
Oh!
Yeah! Sachi, I want to ask you a few questions on the way there.
Nani?
Shoot! Do you have any prior experience with cave exploration?
ないよ。
Nope! As I had thought. Why are you searching for the treasure?
元はといえば、磯野くんが話を振ってきたんだよ。宝の地図が家の蔵にしまってあったって。
And now it's a boom or what? Well, originally I was just interested in Isono-kun's story. He said that he found this old treasure map stashed away in his basement. Come to think of it, Isono had always been on pretty good terms with my dad.
そんで、私がいろいろと調査を命じて今に至るの。
So I sent him on a bunch of investigations and here we stand. Are you in some sort of financial trouble?
困ってはいないよ。ただお金を貯めたいだけ。
Not really. I just want to save up some money. Why?
特別恩赦ってあるでしょ？
There's that special amnesty thing, right? She hit me with a legal term. Wait, the legal amnesty? What does that mean? I don't get it. Please help me out here. So she was aware of her obligations loophole. Wait, what?
要するにお金さえあれば私も自由になれるんでしょ？
Okay. In other words, I can become free as long as I have enough money, right? ... To be honest, I would rather have not informed her about it, but as her supervising special high-class individual, I had a certain responsibility to answer her questions in this regard. It depends on the obligation, but yes, in your case, you can pass bail if you provide a certain amount of recompense.
私の場合いくらくらい？
About how much would I need? Let's see. She had 12 hours worth of restriction of available time, so I crunched the numbers on the calculator in my head and informed Sachi of the amount she would have to pay. Oh, it seems to be quite a big sum. A sum she didn't even expect it. A dejected scowl dominated her face. You can't pay that amount, right? I say it's about the same as you would make working for a company for 5 years.
それが高いっての？
That's crazy expensive! I think it's a pretty good deal myself. Let it be known that I was opposed to the concept behind the special amnesty system. Wait, what? That I was opposed to the concept. Really? I had a number of complaints regarding it. First, it wasn't fair, in that it applied only to certain obligations. Furthermore, the fact that the upper class were capable of waiving their obligations aside with nary the menaced bit of reflection upon their actions was, quite frankly, repulsive. Oh, now I get it why it's unfair. I mean, for someone like her, it's an enormous sum, but someone who already has a big pile of money can't just, yeah, here, get the money and get rid of the obligation. Oh, what a convoluted system. However, since the government received a cut of the money, they weren't planning on abolishing the practice anytime soon. As with every other government. Well, we don't really want them to be rehabilities, we just want to get money out of them in some way. Ugh.
財宝に寄せられる期待が高まってきたよ。
Now I want the treasure even more. Don't rest your hopes on something like that. Come on, just work.
暑いね、この服。
These clothes are pretty hot, aren't they? Don't worry, it'll be a lot cooler inside the cave.
もうすっかり夏だね。
It's starting to really feel like summer. It almost felt as if we were on a picnic.
なんかデート気分だね。
Don't you think it feels like we are going on a date? I guess that was close enough.
どうしたの？むっつりしちゃって。
What's wrong? You're looking pretty downcast. Oh, nothing.
思うんだけどさ、森健、出会った時よりおとなしくなってない？冷静っていうか、リズメくんっていうか、メガネくんっていうか。
Um, I've been thinking you're a lot more docile now than we first met, aren't you? More calm, more reasonable, like a glasses-wearing character. Oh my. So she had noticed. I have no choice but to conduct myself modestly around such a boisterous individual.
合わせてくれてるってこと？
What? Are you matching yourself to me or something? There are many kinds of people. I tend to play the opposite type of whoever I'm with.
演じるってじゃあ本当の森犬は？
Play? You say? So, then what's your real type? Dead.
ご愁傷様だね。
Wait, what? My condolences. What? What? Condolences? You kidding me, right? What's that whole word even? I never even remotely heard that. Come on, load faster. I know you can be faster. Oh fuck, I forgot to. Oh, here we go. Oh, yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Highlight, Mitgefühl. I wasn't joking. Anyway, you don't seem very two-faced yourself. Wait, he wasn't joking? If he would be dead inside? Is he referring to being dead inside? Oh no, his real type would be dead because no, either because of the state or because she would kill him if she knew who he really is. Maybe?
後ろ暗いことは顔に出るからね。
I tend to show what I'm thinking on my face. Like Mana, for example? I threw her a straight ball. Sure enough, it showed on her face.
やっぱ苦手なのは苦手なんだよね。嫌いっていうのとは違うんだよ。これ本当ね。
Oh, that's a subject I don't do well with. But seriously, I don't hate her. We'll have a nice chat about that later.
そうだね。今は洞窟と財宝の時間だよ。
That's right. Right now it's time for caves, adventure, and treasure. With that out of the way, I tried a casual approach for an issue that had been bugging me. Are you good at drawing? Sachi's time ceased to function for an instant. What's wrong? I just wanted to know if I could let you handle the mapping of the cave.
私字汚いし。
Yeah, well, my handwriting is pretty bad. Plenty of painters have bad handwriting.
画家じゃないし。
I'm not a painter. Oh, that reminds me, it seems that Mana likes paintings. I had grown tired of beating around the bush.
なんか私のこと聞いてるの？
Did you hear something about me? I know it for a fact. I have your records after all.
長所って私の？
My records? That prize you won was really something.
もう書いてないし。
I don't paint anymore. Ah, God bless me. Hopefully you said the same. Oh, that felt good. My noses are free now. Oh, I don't know if you can hear a difference, but it feels a lot better. Oh. Ah, great. We'll have a nice chat about this later as well.
なんかもてあそばれてる感じ。
I'm starting to get the feeling that you are just playing with me. Now let's cheer up and march onward.
急にテンション上げないでよ。
Man, don't act so excited all of a sudden. That wasn't like all excited. Sachi was more nimble than I had expected. We were able to reach the mountain trail without issue.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was wondering when he would show up. You didn't change. Isono dropped from the trees above, in imitation of a ninja. Leaves scattered into the air around us. What the hell is wrong with you?
そろそろここを通る頃かなと思ってね。待ち伏せしていたんだよ。
I figured you would be arriving shortly, so I launched an ambush. Well, going by the definition of ambush, he had been successful. I certainly hadn't noticed him.
待ち伏せしてどうすんの？
Why would you try to ambush us?
財宝を狙う者すべからく死すべし。
All those who seek the treasure must die.
いいねいいね。怪しげな村の住人っぽい。
Oh, cool! It's like you're some menacing NPC.
悪いことは言いません。ここから先に進むのはやめなさい。
I'll say this nicely. You should not proceed any further. Can it? The hell are you trying to accomplish?
悪いことは言いません。
I'll say this nicely.
先に進むのはやめなさい。
Shut up! He just repeated the same thing. I'll say this nicely. You should not proceed any further. Seriously, man, what the hell?
きっと村人は同じセリフしか喋れないんだよ。
NPCs can only speak the same line over and over. This isn't an RPG!
というわけで、いつ戻ってくるんです？
Anyway, when do you think you'll be back? His tone shifted abruptly. Before evening, I'd say we should be back around 6.
そうか。その時間になっても戻ってこなかったら、線香をあげておくよ。
I see. I'll make an offering of incense upon your graves if you're not back by then. Call a rescue squad.
磯野くんって死にネタが好きだよね。
Isono-kun, you like morbid jokes, don't you?
すみません。いつも切なくて。
I apologize for my doleful manner. Did this guy even have any idea how to carry on a conversation? Oh,
あんたも知っての通り、この町にはレスキュー隊なんて常駐してないぜ。
however, as you have probably guessed, there is no rescue squad to be found within our town. Yeah, I thought so. Anyone attempting something out of the ordinary like cave exploration was on their own. Rescuing someone from a dark, narrow cave was a large-scale task that would require a specially trained team of professionals. There was no need to maintain a rescue squad in a town with no scientifically significant caves like this one.
一日で洞窟踏破できるかな？
Will you be able to traverse the cave all in one day?
私薬は持ってきてるよ。
I have my medicine with me! We are at risk of dying from hypothermia if we spend more than 12 hours inside the cave. I tried threatening her.
それをなんとかするのが森健じゃん。
You'll take care of it, won't you, Moriken? My attempt proved futile. In any case, we need to evacuate immediately if it gets dangerous.
地図もない前人未到の洞窟でしょ？何が起こるかわからないから気をつけてくださいね。
It's an unexplored, uncharted cavern. We have no idea what could happen, so please be careful in there, so you lazyban won't go in with us. Isono spoke frankly to Sachi.
あいよー、見送りどうも。
Aye! Thanks for seeing me off! See ya. We watched ahead of Isono.
さーて、もう少し妖精と戯れていようかな。
I guess I'll play with the fairies some more. Okay.
あれ？
What, are you already intimidated? Sachi pointed to the entrance of the cave. We had proceeded smoothly along the animal trail and had reached our destination before noon.
うわー、不気味だね。
How eerie! Sachi seemed quite enthusiastic despite her words.
ノンストップでゴー！
Let's do this non-stop! Wait, I'm going to go first from here on out. You follow behind me.
森健が隊長ってこと？
So, you're the commander? Call me General. I will not allow democracy a foothold within a cavern wherein the boundary between life and death hinges upon split-second decisions.
Yes, sir!
Okay, she accepts it. Well, even though she seemed quite willing to comply with my orders, I couldn't rule out the possibility of her attempting something less than prudent. Alright, switch on your headlight and let's go!
待っててね、お宝ちゃん。
Wait for sure, Mr. Treasure. Sachi tampered with her helmet, her face the very picture of greed. ...
かくして大した緊張感もなく漆黒の闇の中へ足を進める俺たちだった。
And thus we advanced forward into the jet black darkness without a care.
薄気味悪い魔の入り口が最悪の事態を引き起こすべく待ち構えているとも知らずに。
We had no idea that disaster would soon befall us. We don't need the narration. The ceiling was low enough that we had to bend over in order to walk. It eventually opened up, but not before the light streaming in front outside was long gone. A humid wind blew toward us from deeper within the cave, coiling around our skin. The overbearing stench of the cavern was almost enough to make me grimace. Innumerable creased white stalactites hung like icicles from the ceiling. Upon further investigation, I discovered that there was also damp stalagmites jutting from the ground around us. This was a natural limestone cave, formed over time by water eroding the mountain.
しんどいね。
Oh, what a nice touch to detail here. If I wouldn't be so lazy, or if I would know how to work a voice modulator, I would certainly do the same. Phew, this is a pain. The cave had finally opened up to the point that we could stand up straight without banging our heads against the ceiling. Let's make this a reference point. I took some aluminium foil out of my backpack and wrapped it around the most visible stone in the area.
何してんの？
What are you doing? Making a mark. Foil reflects light pretty well. See?
洞窟にそんなもん残してっちゃダメでしょ？
You can't just leave something like that in a cave. Oh ho! I felt a slight sense of admiration towards Sachi's unexpected profession of common sense.
こういうのは自然のままに綺麗だからいいんだよ。調子ぶっこいてゴミとか捨てて汚すのはマジで許せない。
This place is beautiful because it's completely natural. I won't allow you to ruin it with your garbage. Perhaps this outburst of yours is related to your old painting habits?
どうしてわかるの？
How did you know? Oh, just a guess. It seems that you mainly painted landscapes after all.
まあその話は今度ゆっくりね。
No, we talk about that later. I decided to cut the cross-examination crap in favor of maintaining my current rapport with Sachi. I'll make sure to pick them all back up later. I finished with my application of the aluminium foil.
森犬ならそんなもんなくても道なんか間違えないでしょ？
Shouldn't someone like you be able to find their way through the cave without doing something like that? This cave is completely uncharted. There's no guarantee that we won't get lost.
慎重だね。
You're pretty cautious, huh? No, you're just overly optimistic.
だってさ、別に怪物が出てくるわけでもないし。
Come on, it's not like monsters are gonna come out and eat us. You saw the animal bones at the entrance, right? No, There could be unknown creatures lurking in an unknown cave.
なわけないじゃん。あの骨なんか外の動物が迷い込んだだけでしょ？
Yeah, right. That bone probably belonged to some animal that got lost and wandered in here. I kept forgetting that threats had no effect on this girl. I really did wish that she'd be a little more cautious though.
なーに？もっとキャーキャー怖がって抱きついてほしいわけ？
What's this? You want me to get all scared and start clinging to you? Come on, quit giving me a hard time. A hard time, if you know what I would. No. Ignore that.
それもいいかもしんまい。
I think that sounds great, actually. I'm going on ahead. Watch your step. The ground was bumpy and uncomfortable at first, but this texture eventually gave way into a level pathway.
ひんやりしてきたね。
It's starting to get pretty cool. Cool in terms of temperature or cool in terms of exciting? Hey, try to avoid stepping on the mud over there.
なんで？
Why? It's guano. It can be breeding ground for bacteria.
げげげ。
She jumped in panic. By the way, it's also bad shit.
ちょっと、私を汚れにするつもり？
Hey, are you trying to get me dirty or something? Oh, don't worry about that. You'll be filthy by the time we leave anyway.
なんとかなんない？
Can't we do something about that? Well, probably end up wading through muddy water and climbing filthy cave walls. Sorry, but you're just going to have to deal with it.
しょうがないか。
Hey, guess you're right. Anyway, the passageway we were in was unusually long. And judging from the speed of the water flowing through the rocks around us, we still had quite a way to go. Not to mention the fact that we had no idea how large the cave even was. Would it be best to hurry along the path and exert ourselves while the going was still easy? Or would it be best to take a break for now? We had been walking non-stop ever since we left the dorm. Oh my, so we are on a time constriction here. We have exactly 12 hours to get into the cave and back to the cave. It was 7 o'clock as we started, and he said we reached the mountain at noon. So noon is 12 o'clock, so it's already 11 o'clock, so there are only 6 hours left. Or was high noon at 12 o'clock and noon was 9 or something, I don't know. I will most certainly save. There we go. And let's see, how we ahead or take a rest? What was that? Anyway, the passageway we're in was unusually long, with the water flowing through the rocks around us. Go. Had no idea how large the cave even was. Would it be best to hurry along the path and exert ourselves while going was still easy? Best to take a break for now. Let's take a rest. Just a quick rest. Then you can chat a little bit. Alright, all units full stop. At ease. Yes. The fact that she played along with me showed that she was still in a good mood. Anyway, let's take a little break. I sat down on the floor of the cavern.
そうだね。ちょっと疲れたかも。
I guess you're right. I think I'm a little tired. Even the energetic type is all tuckered out after all that walking, huh?
っていうかさ、人のこと元気系って言い張ってるけど、それってどうなの？流行ってるの？
What's up with you? You're always referring to people as the energetic type or whatever else. Is that a current trend? Who knows? It'd be nice if it were, though.
好きなんでしょ？
You like me, don't you? I don't know.
いや、絶対私のこと好きなんだって。
You most certainly do. You really are an egocentric girl.
お得な性格してるでしょ。
I would be the self-interested type, wouldn't I? Exuberant laughter fills the cavern. She did have a certain charm. We talked for a bit more and decided to proceed onward. And we don't get to see... Okay, just how far had we come? Ascents and descents had been rare, and the path yet to diverge.
いつまでまっすぐなんだろうね。
I wonder how long it just continues straight like this. Sachi began to get a bit irritated as well. I was certain that we had been walking for over a mile already. The music is driving me nuts. This cave is huge. I thought out loud. But it's just one long tunnel, which makes navigation easy. The length of the cavern would be unfathomable if one were to take into consideration the smaller caverns branching off from it. It was anyone's guess as to why the place hadn't been explored already. Sachi, we could be celebrities if we introduced this cave to the scientific community.
マジで？お金もガバーッと？
For real? And get tons of money? I'm not too sure about the money part.
なんだ？
That sucks. You'll be famous. You'll give the gift of romance to all those cave fanatics out there.
名誉なんていりません。ロマンで飯が食えるかっての。
I don't need fame, and I can't feed myself with romance. Thought you came here for romance.
ロマン半分、金半分よ。
Half romance, half money. So did you stop painting because it wasn't profitable?
あのさ、
Excuse me. An exasperated sigh passed through her lips.
何かにつけて私の過去をえぐろうとしてない？
Are you trying to steer conversations onto the subject of my past? You don't need to get that upset. I just wanted to see them, that's all.
私の絵を？
See my paintings? I'm acquainted with some art dealers, you know. I might be able to sell them at a high price. This time I baited my wad with bills.
なわけないじゃん。
Yeah, right. She's not even convinced. She spat her words at me.
絵なんてもう絶対描きたくないよ。
I never want to paint again. But why? Chachi's black notions vanished into the darkness of the cavern. If I were a normal person, I'd have given up and apologized. Here. However, Morita Kennedy was a bastard through and through. I bet your paintings are amazing. I gave her a slight grin. Wait, what was that? I missed something. She shot me a silent glance. If I kept this up, Sachi could even end up hating me. But if I wanted Sachi to find her motivation, then enticing her with shades of her past glory was my best bet. She had received a highly esteemed award. In other words, Sachi knew the value of hard work. If at some point she had forgotten what the word effort meant, then I would just have to make her remember it. I would relieve Sachi of her obligation, no matter what, even if I had to make her hate me. Shall we hold hands? I approached her and held out my palm. You're tired, aren't you?
いい。ありがとう。
Nah, it's okay. Thanks. We continued onward after I restored her mood. Oh, the picture changed. Stop! Before us was an abyss so deep that light could not reach to its bottom.
うわー、そこ見えないし。
I can't even see the ground. The pit must have been 150, no, 300 feet deep at the least. An unusually strong wind blew past, evoking the rumbling of an earthquake as it passed us.
でも左の方に道があるよ。
Ah, but there's a road to the left. When I shone my light in the direction that Sachi was pointing, I discovered a cliff passage that appeared to descend parallel to the pit. However, it was quite narrow and water seemed to be flowing along it. If we slipped on a rock halfway through, then that would be it for us. Sachi's breathing was getting ragged too. Okay, you should rest here for a bit, Sachi.
まさか財宝一
Are you planning on hogging the treasure all to yourself? No, you moron. I'm just gonna go check out what's up ahead. I'll come back if it looks dangerous.
私も行くって。
I'm coming too. It's too dangerous for you. Obey the general's orders. She puffed out her cheeks. That doesn't look like puffed out cheeks. If I'm not back in 1 hour, assume I'm dead and turn back.
ちょっと縁起でもないこと言わないでよ。
Hey, don't say that kind of stuff. It's bad luck. Don't worry about it. I've never died before, after all.
当たり前じゃん。
Duh! See ya. I waved to Sachi and turned my light upon the passage to the left. To the left, to the left. Wait! What is it?
すごい不安になっちゃった。
I feel really uneasy about this. She even has little tears here and there. She pulled on my hand. I told you not to worry.
本当？絶対帰ってくる？
Really? You'll definitely come back? Yeah.
約束して。
Promise me. I'm the kind of guy who breaks his promises. Like that time 7 years ago.
困るよ。
Then what? Tears threatened to pour from Sachi's eyes. I moved to stem their flow. This has nothing to do with promises. I won't die. Remember that. I stared straight into her eyes as I spoke these words.
わかったよ。
Okay. The shine in her eyes made it clear that she had acknowledged me.
気をつけて。
Be careful. I cautiously advanced along the edge of the cliff. It was like I was walking down a spiral staircase. The darkness was such that I couldn't see my hand in front of my face. My light reflected off of the water beneath my feet, glittering eerily in the darkness. I hung onto the protrusions of rock along the left wall for dear life. The angle of the path gradually steepened. Occasionally I came across inclines so great that I was forced to jump. Sweat dripped from my brow in the likeness of a waterfall, but I had no time to pay it heed. Every now and then, a dull pain echoed through my shoulder, throwing off my concentration. It sounds to me like he's sneezing, but decided to take a rest upon a nearby ledge. And then I felt a breeze blowing against my back. I turned around and was greeted with an opening in the otherwise solid rock wall surrounding me. It would be a bad idea to descend any further with our current equipment. I made up my mind. I went through the hole. Wow, great. My surprise at what lay inside made itself evident. What? Huh? What the? I just walked through a portal into another dimension? Boards had been driven into the rock along the walls and ceiling. Whatness at word was definitely wood brought here from the surface, which meant that this passage had known the touch of human hands. Was it? And why? I took a few deep breaths to calm myself down. No, it's obvious if I stop to think about it. This town was originally a penal colony. The criminals housed here dug for gold in the mountain and riverbed of this town, which would make this a tunnel from back then. It's gotta be it. Bingo! I was a bit high-strung after not hearing any voice but my own for some time. I would have liked to smoke to calm myself down, but not even I had manners bad enough to smoke inside a cave. Well then, I guess I should return. Unlike natural caves, man-made tunnels can collapse easily due to earthquakes or even have gas leaks. They are extremely dangerous. If we could just make it through here. No, it better not. I'd better not. I shook that thought from my head. It was time to head back. So he made the jumps back. Sachi came running as soon as she saw me.
よかった無事だったんだね
Oh, there's this funny face. Oh. Thank goodness, you're safe! I was cutting it pretty close to my deadline of an hour.
もし時間が来たら私探しに行くとこだったよ
I would have searched for you if it took that long. That was a close one. My decision to stop exploring the tunnel had been the correct one.
それで財宝はあったの
So, was there treasure? None. I didn't see any sign of it.
そっか
I see.
でもマジで森犬が無事でよかったよ
Oh, this is so cute. Look at it. But I'm really glad you are safe. Tears welled up in her eyes. Well, in the end, I hadn't managed to find my dad's treasure. I would have to return here without Sachi and see if it really was in that tunnel. I had never imagined that this cave would be so deep.
ここに来る途中に分かれ道とかなかったよね
We haven't seen any branches in the path yet, right? Might have overlooked something narrow.
どうしよ
What should we do? We still have time. We can search on our way back out. We should examine the backs of limestone pillars and the rock shelters more closely. Sachi nodded cheerfully and began tagging along behind me. Was it just my imagination? She seemed to be following me much more closely than before. Almost as if she wanted to hold on to me. ... Oh, she seemed to be out of energy. I moved the light on my head around, trying to get a picture of the area. I found nothing except small holes that only bats could fly through.
うもうダメちょっと休ませて
I can't go on. Let me rest a bit. Ah, so we've hit your limit. We've rested on top of a rock. Sachi took an emergency ration from her backpack and tore into it.
甘さが疲れた体に効くね
Sweets are really the best thing for tired bodies. She really had spirit. Don't drink all of your water in one gulp. It'll cool your body down too much.
てかどうしてそんなに洞窟に詳しいの
By the way, why do you know so much about caves? I studied survival in general. Not so sure about actually putting it into practice though.
特別高等人って本当に何でもありなんだね
A special high-class individual really can do anything, huh? One must be prepared to deal with each and every obligation within our society.
いやー今まじまじと森犬の凄さを実感しつつあるよ
Phew! Situations like this make me really appreciate just how amazing you are. Though I've heard that the ideal of high-class individuals training themselves for the sake of the people is merely a facade.
建前
Facade? Yeah, it's just a rumor. Have you heard of Plato?
ん SF 小説の人だよね
Hmm? That's someone from those sci-fi novels, right? I will spare you the details of my most vast and comprehensive intellect and explain it in layman's terms. Plato thought of the masses as fools and advocated the idea that a philosopher should become king and rule the country. He had a low opinion of democracy and as such insisted that a government controlled by a single wise individual represented the supreme form of politics.
つまり私らの国にもそういう思想があって要するに特別高等人は王様の候補ってことなの
So, you're saying that that's one of the ideas behind our country too? And that the special high-class individuals are kind of like the candidates to be king? You're quick on the uptake. In point of fact, the training to become a high-class individual contains compulsory courses on such subjects as philosophy, political ideology, emperor study, and leadership management.
ああでもさプラトン け？
Ah, but didn't Plato have an apprentice? Alito Kigirisu, was it? His name is Aristotle!
そんな大声で突っ込まなくても。
You don't have to shout. Sorry, but typos are blasphemies that we fanatics cannot permit.
ごめん。
Sorry.
で、そいつはさ、もろに完全超人だったらしいじゃん？
Anyway, that guy was a complete superhuman, wasn't he? Apparently, the foundation of his knowledge incorporated nearly every subject available to him.
でも、師匠の考えは批判してたんだよね。
But he criticized the ideas of his teacher, didn't he? Yeah, you've got a good point going there. He said that entrusting all of society's power to one king could be very dangerous if said king ended up acting less than rationally. So he concluded that it would be better for the government to be run by everyone in the end. As such, this country tried to incorporate the best of both worlds. A complete superhuman becomes king and constructs a flawless society with alacrity. After he dies or becomes otherwise unfit for the throne, another special high-class individual takes his place, rather than a blood relation. If things go well, then a wondrous utopia suitable for the world's leading country will be born.
うまくいけばでしょ？ただの噂でしょ？現実になんか証拠でもあるの？
That's if it goes well, right? After all, you said it yourself, this is just a rumor. Is there any actual evidence? Guess she had gotten tired of me droning on. There are signs here and there. There are high-class individuals who have assumed political positions. The high-class individuals who were originally meant simply to enforce the law now have a hand in politics. The three branches of democracy are already becoming marginalized. Now that was one huge yawn. Yeah, let's quit with the boring crap.
よーし、ビリッとお宝探すぞ。
Alright, I'm gonna search for the treasure at full power. Sachi stood up and started feeling her way along the wall. Her face was flushed, her eyes were sparkling. If I had to define her charm, I think it would definitely be her simple-mindedness.
あー、モリケンモリケン。
She beckoned to me. What's up? Did you find something? She was gesturing towards a crack in the wall, through which a person turned horizontally could just barely fit.
これこれ、いけんじゃない？
Here, we can fit, right? I approached the crack and felt a breeze from inside. Excellent! There's a space through here.
あたし、すごくない？
Ain't I awesome? Seriously, good job finding this.
あのね、よくよく見ると洞窟ってさ、岩の割れ目に沿って道が拡大してんじゃん。だから壁の模様とかに注意して見てたらいきなり途切れててさ。
It was simple. See? The rocks lining the wall always get bigger when there's an opening of some sort nearby. So if you just pay attention to the walls, it's a snap. Haha! Observational skills befitting of a painter. See?
テンション下がるってば。
I told you that really kills my mood. Anyway, let's go through here. This was very likely the only other passage left.
胸がつっかえて通れないとかだったらウケるよね。
It'd be funny if I couldn't pass because of my breasts, wouldn't it? I wanted to say that, and now I regret I didn't. But yeah, that's exactly something I was concerned about, more or less. ... Ended up staring at Sachi's breasts. If the helmet can pass through, then your body is guaranteed to.
何赤くなってんのさ。
What are you getting all wet for? Hey, I'm a serious kind of guy. Anyway, listen up. From here on out, you cannot injure yourself.
あ、そっか。歩けなくなったらおしまいだね。
Ah, I see. If you end up unable to walk, then that's it for you. Am I right? You seem to get it, so stick behind me. Try to imitate my movements. I surveyed the shape of the cross section before doing anything else. I turned my body sideways, raised my hands and inserted my shoulders into the widest looking spot. Then I searched for a spot to place my feet and gently slipped my entire body through the opening. As one would expect, it was pretty narrow. If I could slip through, then Sachi could too.
どう？いけそう？
How is it? Is it okay? You're the energetic type, so you're flexible of course.
当然。
Naturally! Looked like it'd be fine. We inched our way forward through the narrow passageway, paying careful attention to any changes in its angle.
よいしょっと。
Sachi's movements were so magnificent that I felt certain that I heard a plopping sound as soon as she came out of the passageway. Labyrinths spread out before us. Icicles and stone pillars filled the area, water dripping from them. With but a quick glance, I could see that the area split off into 3 tunnels heading in different directions. To the right, a path with water flowing along, to the middle a tunnel at a higher elevation than the west, and finally to the left, a passage with a ceiling so low that we would most likely have to crawl through it. And it was nice and simple until now. Guess it had to get all complicated to balance it out. I placed a marker while voicing my complaints.
どうしようか。二手に分かれる？
What should we do? Should we split up into 2 groups? It's too dangerous. We just have to search them sequentially.
迷路だね。どっちに行けばいいのかな？
It's like a maze. Which one should we try first? Our best bet would be the passage with water. We should be able to arrive at the depths of the cave if we follow the water.
でも最深部にお宝があるとは限らないわけで。
But there's no guarantee that the treasure is at the deepest point. True.
あの隙間はやだな。ほふ前進なんてしたらドロドロになっちゃう。
I don't like that little gap there. I think you'd get really muddy if you crawled along the ground like that. And I don't feel any wind from that elevated tunnel straight ahead. There's a good chance that it's just a dead end.
どうすんの？
What are we going to do? The water passage, this tunnel straight ahead, the crevice with low ceiling. Really? Oh god, no. Alright, I think this is the perfect place to end the episode here. I hope you enjoyed it so far. Leave a like if you did, or not, if you dislike that I stopped at the cliffhanger. And please, feel free to share it with one of your friends. I would really appreciate if you do that. And I will hopefully see you in the next part. Stay tuned.